Hello everyone, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Hope you all had a good weekend. Welcome in Harry Eltibago, Alhuno, good to see you, and Anda. Anda, thank you so much for the lurk. Hope you enjoy your evening. And Alhuno, congratulations on being first. This is your first time being first. It's good to have somebody other than Matcha and Elfie taking that spot, so appreciate it. Eltibago says, "Good evening, Emma." I assume that's a pun on the game we're about to play. So last week we did complete World of Goo. Turns out they made a sequel, which actually only came out a couple of months ago, I think. One thing to note about this game, it is not available on Steam. The developers signed some sort of agreement with the Epic Games store to make it exclusive to that. However, if like me, you don't want to have the Epic Games store, then you can also just buy the game direct from the developers. But just to note, if you do go searching for it on Steam, you will not find it there. Unlike the first one. The first one is available on Steam and has been since it came out. So rather than linking the game as I normally would on Steam, I'll just stick a link to the World of Goo website. But if you do have Epic Games, then you can find it on there as well. From what I've seen, I haven't played it yet, but from what I've seen from the Steam reviews, it's basically more of the same. But I enjoyed the first one, so that's fine by me. And yeah, it is 16 years since the first one came out, so I don't think having more of the same at this point is necessarily a bad thing. Hello, Elfie. Welcome in. Thank you so much for redeeming Bath Asparagus as your flower of the day. Elfie, I hope you are well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Let me get things set up here. The game still doesn't have built-in volume controls. Fortunately, the sound is not quite as overpowering on this one as it was on the first one. So I shouldn't have to mess around too much in order to make it bearable on stream. Just give me a moment because I can't launch it through Steam like I normally do. I do have it installed, I promise. Okay. There we go. Elfie says, "Hi lovely, all fine here, thanks for asking." I'm glad to hear that, Elfie. Let's get this game started. Yeah, I have a slot with 12 minutes played on it, which was just me idling on the main menu to get the sound level right. As usual, let me know if the sound is off, if there are any problems. So much like the first game, we have this little globe here full of goo balls with just the first chapter unlocked. The long, juicy road. Eltibago says the only reason I have Epic is to claim all the free games, never spending money there. That's fair. As I say, you can buy it direct from the developers as well, and that is what I have done. So I'm going to jump into chapter 1. Certainly graphically is reminding me very much of chapter 1 from the original, I might expect. A goo-filled hill. Okay. Here's our good friend, the sign painter, going to be joining us again, I wonder. We do have a sign here, but I clicked on it and nothing happened. So I think this is just an instruction for, yes, how to build things with goo balls. We can definitely manage that. It's obviously an introductory level. I think, yeah, there are some goo friends down here who perhaps can join us on the journey. That everyone? No, you're hiding over there. Okay. That's everyone. Ah, okay. Looks like they have bonus objectives, as they did last time. Looks like they have separate bonus objectives for balls, moves and time this time. Okay, things were a bit more complicated. There's a separate challenge category for each of these three, whereas in the last game it was just one challenge per level. So 3 seconds or less for that one, 3 or fewer moves and 13 balls or more. Okay. Is it going to pop up a flag on the level screen? Okay, it did. I'm just going to go back and try and do it in less than 3 seconds to see if the flag changes, if you manage to get all 3 criteria. Oops. Was that fast enough? 4 seconds. Oh dear. Sorry, I clipped the mic there. Emma is not much of a speedrunner, is she? Okay, let's try and get this level in 3 seconds. I'm not going to be, most likely not going to be doing time-based challenges for the rest of this game. I'm just curious how it looks on the screen. Oops. Okay, let's. Helps if you don't miss dragging the goo balls out. Three seconds! There we go, we did it. Okay. Yeah, see that now the flag is red. Okay, it was doing a. My hair is off again. Stupid Emma and her stupid hair. It was a grey flag when we only had 2 of the objectives completed, and now it's a red flag. So you have to complete all 3 to make a red flag, I guess. Also, there's like clearly some sort of giant sea monster lurking in the depths there. Let's move on to the next level. A familiar divide. Okay. Ah, good. The sign painter is back. I wondered if he would be back. Seemed like he'd gone into retirement from sign painting at the end of the last game. On the edge of a small divide, more goo balls appeared. Where had they been all this time? For years, there were no goo balls anywhere. But now, here they are. On hilltops, in ravines, oozing up out of the ground. Like no time at all has passed. Yes, it's like it was only last week. There's another sign. Let me read the other sign. One slight issue. This is not really the game's fault. Scrolling the screen to the right is a bit janky for me because I have my other monitor on the right. And I'm running the game in windowed mode for streaming purposes. So, yeah, that wouldn't be a concern for most players. Mysterious pipe snaked down from the canopy above. The goo balls seem to wonder where it might lead. Probably to the next level, if I had to guess. So, we're going to be building a little bridge and waking up our sleeping friends down here, no doubt. I think we should be able to handle that after the last game. I noticed the distance remaining isn't measured in meters anymore. It's just a number. which I suppose makes sense. Oops. If it was meters, then the scale of this game is a bit funny. I might have just lost a Google. Let's try that again. You think I'd be better at this game by now. Ah, I can hold the mouse down to fast forward the intro cutscene. That is good to know. Thank you. I believe that feature wasn't in the previous game. I'd like to do that to support the bridge. Yeah, we do still have the... This is something I wasn't super happy about in the previous game. With something like Polybridge, when you're building at the maximum length, the game makes it very clear, like, here you can build and here you can't build. Like, you've gone past the maximum. It's very easy to build at the maximum length. Here, you've got this connection, and the connection gets fainter the further away you have it. And the maximum length connection is actually invisible. So it's very difficult to build at the right length. And I did wonder if after 16 years they might have improved that in the new game. All you would actually need to do is reverse it. So have the faintest connection here and have the strongest connection at the furthest, the strongest highlight at the furthest distance. Because then it would be immediately obvious when the highlight disappears that you couldn't build any further. Here I'm just sort of holding the ball out in space with no visual indication at all that I can place it there. But I'm used to that from the previous game, so it's alright. Right. Build our way to the pipe. Is everybody awake now? No. You're still asleep. I don't know about you, but if somebody dropped somebody on my head while I was sleeping, I would probably wake up. Oh, I can actually... That's interesting. I can actually shove the sleeping Gooble if I throw the other Gooble hard enough. I can bring them over here, so now they're awake. That's an interesting mechanic. There we go. And we did not meet any of the challenges. 24 seconds, 15 moves, and 29 balls or more. Yeah, we didn't do that. That's fine. I'm not going to be aiming to get all the flags in this game. At least not to begin with. Juicer. Okay. This is probably reintroducing the time bugs from the previous game. Sometimes if you're really lucky, you'll see a little white bug buzzing. Pop it! Go back in time. Okay, makes sense. Okay, what are we doing? Interesting maze here. Negotiate. Hoping there might be a pipe somewhere. This wet sack looks like it's about to burst. I wouldn't tug on it if I were you. Should I not have done that? Let's retry. I think we're probably supposed to start with these guys. Okay, so first of all, we've got some extra balls over here that we probably want to build towards. Actually, no, all of these guys are asleep. Need to find someone who's not asleep before we can actually build anything. Are these the only guys who aren't asleep? Yeah, these are the only guys who aren't asleep. Okay, we might have to do that then. Despite the game telling us not to. Interesting. Okay, and that will wake them up. Well, that's not something we had in the previous game. Woo! Now they're awake. Okay. Well, we can build to the pipe then. Go slightly this way. Maybe try and brace against this. Brace against this rock here. There we go. Is this gonna reach? Okay, just barely reaches. 28. Okay, but what about our friends at the top? They could come with us, surely. Can I just drop them here? Yes, I can. Okay. Well, there's no point leaving these guys behind. There we go, 33. Nope, didn't get any of the challenges. That's fine. We're just here to have fun. Jugglers. Wow, okay. Ah, the balloons, yes. A beautiful ice cave. I can hear my voice echoing off the frozen walls. Hello! 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 I feel like I could freeze here and become a fossil. And maybe someone will find me millions of years from now. Or these balloons might come in handy. Okay, so we can't actually grab any of these guys whilst they're flying across the map. These grumpy creatures don't respond to any form of poking or tugging. But there might be some way to steal, acquire their flying goobles. I think so too. Oop, we acquired a few. I think we need to try and balance this in the middle in order to acquire all of them. Oop, we got another one there. Two more. And we get these last two. Yep, I think that's all of them. I think we're going to get, yes, we got the maximum number of balls. So we get a grey flag at least. Rebirth. Oh, cutscene. I
rejuvenation, revitalization, reincorporation.
Uh-oh.
Rebirth. World of Goo Corporation is now World of Goo Organization.
It's back! Yes, it did explode at the end of the last game, so I was wondering how it was going to come back. Fair enough. So we have a choice here. Exemplary Emma can't speak. Exemplary trajectories. Or soggy bottom. Let's go with soggy bottom, because I can say that one. Honestly, the names of some of these levels. This weather looks ominous. As the clouds parted above, another mysterious pipe appeared. So, we need to go this way. Let's get going then. Apologies for the flashing light, I don't think I can turn that off. Hopefully it's just for this level. Hello Matcha Catcher, welcome in. Hope you're having a great weekend. Thank you for redeeming chicory as your flower of the day. And hello to Marsh, who says, ooh, Gertrude Goo's Dream. I played the first in college, but never checked out Goo 2. Yeah, the first one released 2008, so it's been out for a while. This sequel only just came out, just a few months ago. Check when the release date was. Yeah, 2nd of August this one came out. And it's not available on Steam, but it is available on the Epic Games Store, and you can also buy it direct from the developer. So yeah, long time between the original and a sequel. I can't think of many video game series that waited 16 years between releases, but there we go. Same developers, seems to be very much the same game so far, but that's fine. I liked the first one. I also played the first, not quite in college, but yeah, when it came out. I even remember the experimental Tower of Goo game from 2004 that spawned the idea for this game, which I actually played when it came out as well. And also hope you're having a great weekend, Marsh. Thank you for dropping by. Let me just switch to this camera a minute so you don't get the flickering lights from the game. We have a blow high request from Matcha and a show outfit from LT Bago. Let me just check what else we got in the poll. Actually, we didn't finish doing things from the previous poll, did we? Yeah, we had the slow motion blow high and the fast blow high, but we didn't have B blow high's chiropractor, which got 4 votes in the previous poll. So let's do that one. Here is Blowhigh. He is soft and cuddly and we love him, but he might have a bit of tension in his jack. So, let's see if we can... better, Blowhigh? Do you feel untensed now? There. LT Bago said I didn't think Blowhigh had bones. Pretty sure sharks have bones, T-Bago. Hello, Narcissistic. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great weekend. Don't mind me, just stroking my Blowhigh. We are playing a game, I promise. Okay, that's probably enough chiropractic treatment for Blowhigh. Let me show my outfit. I have my flowery top, which is more of a summer thing, but I've got it today because I missed the summer and I don't have enough autumn things yet. There we go. Blowhigh shall accompany us as we play this game. Warning about flashing lights, but it should just be for this level and then it should be gone. So let's get this level done. Narcissistic says, battling some kind of flu but otherwise okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon, and I'm glad you like my outfit. So I don't know if you saw any of my previous episodes of World of Goo Narcissistic. This is the sequel. It's very much the same game. Thank you for redeeming Field Forget-Me-Not as your flower of the day. By the way, Marsh, I don't know if you've seen that redeemed before. To celebrate the fact that I'm a botanist, IRL. Every stream you can redeem your own wildflower. What happens if I just drop these guys in here? Oh, okay. We almost don't need a tower, look, they're just going to go up here on their own. Did I even need to build this? Oh, these two are stuck here now. One of them definitely went through. Yeah, one of them went through. Look, he's over here. Interesting. How do I make this thing work? Oh, there we go. Right, so now they're up here. We're probably heading upwards, we usually do. 8, okay. Yeah, we probably could have got a lot more than 8 if we didn't do so much building. Yeah, 13 is the most, but that's okay. Oh dear. Altibago says, you better not get my man sick. Well, yeah. Everybody, please, I hope you all feel okay soon. Exemplary trajectories time. Ooh. This looks different. We have some sort of cannon firing goo balls. What strange new creatures? They look like someone duct taped a pipe onto the face of a large goo ball. I bet you could grab one of them and wiggle their tongues around. I haven't tried yet. You can go first. So can I... Oh, okay, you can actually just adjust. Using their tongue, you can adjust the trajectory. I guess we want to try and land it on this one. There we go. That's funny. The thing with the tongue. Okay, you need to go up here. Angry goo. Yes. Right, and then you need to go... you need to go up here and wake these guys up. There. Right, that should be all we need. Perfect. And then the pipe is just there. Okay, so we're building a a slightly wonky bridge today. No problem. Let's start by going upwards. Oops, come back. Oops, not you, you. I suppose it'll just, will it just shoot it back up again? Ah, okay, it'll just shoot it back up again. All right then. I need to build slightly too far this way because the bridge is going to sag as we build it higher. Like that. In fact, we might actually need to brace it at the bottom. Whoops. Okay. Never mind. My building skills are apparently not what they used to be. I need to do that. Try that again. Yeah, you wouldn't think I was actually quite good at polybridge looking at this, would you? Okay, I thought that had broken, but came back. One more should do it. You can make it stick. Why will you not stick? Ah, okay. Two more then. There we go. Ubago says, oh yeah, Angry Goo. Oh, he seems fine, says Narcissistic, and T-Bagger says, jolly good, hope you feel better soon. Yes, definitely hope you feel better soon. Magic Catcher says, no more sign painter anymore. Well, the sign, somebody is still painting these signs, but they're not signed by the sign painter. But at the end of the last game, the sign painter did announce he was retiring to become an astronomer. So who knows who we've got building them. Also, I think there might have been some goobles asleep behind this bush, which we missed. Interesting that they're hiding them away like that. That's a new thing for this game. Yeah, 31. I think we needed to go and uncover those hidden ones, but never mind. Not worried about that. Yeah, the old sign painter is enjoying life elsewhere, I think. Launch breaks. Whoever they hired to replace him doesn't feel like signing their signs. Right, this looks like another cannon-based level. When the earth shook, these rocky pillars burst up from deep underground. There's been unusual seismic activity in the area lately. Have you felt it? I wonder if it has anything to do with all the goo seeping up from below. I have a feeling it might be best to line these guys up before we send any goo balls across, because otherwise they're going to get shot off the platforms. So let's do that. There we go. Now we can probably just aim you there. Hopefully everything works. Looks like it. Where are we going though? Oh, we're going over here. Okay. See what sort of construct I can come up with. kind of like you all to fall over this way, if possible. No, not that way. Is it me, or are the goo balls not as strong as they were in the last game? I'm sure that tower would have stood up before. Maybe we need to this way a bit. Ooh. Ah, oh, we almost made that. We almost made that. Damn it. Okay. I think we've done this wrong now. I was trying to be clever and get there with just a thin tower, which you probably have to do to get the flag, but we're going to do it the boring way. Oops. Good, you're still alive. Is that not good enough? No. There we go. Be quick before the tower collapses. 31. Okay, we have Unsuck coming up next. Ew. Looks like this pipe is clogged. It won't activate until this liquid is drained away. A new species of goo ball. These conduit balls appear hollow. They seem to absorb any liquid they touch. With enough of these balls, you could build a global distribution network. Each one can only suck up a little bit of liquid. So if you want to suck up a lot, just keep building. I'm using one right now to sip a frosty cocktail. Okay, yeah, so we did have some translucent white goo balls in the previous game. But they were different. The gimmick with those was they only had to connect to one other goo ball instead of two. For these, I guess these are going to suck up the liquid somehow. Can I connect these? Yes, I can. Okay. Pull it down. Aha, very nice. Okay, that's definitely a new thing. Altibago says, okay. So if these are the scientifically pure goo that didn't get sucked into the Tower of Goo Memorial Park and Recreation Centre, then they could be weaker, as purebreds do tend to be. Or I could just be overthinking it. Yeah, I'm not sure how deep the lore in this game actually runs, or for that matter, how faithful the second game is to the events of the first. Somebody out there has tried to make sense of the backstory, but not necessarily me. Okay, that's interesting. So we actually can't go in the pipe yet, it looks like. Maybe because it's still blocked. Because I've built to the pipe, but nothing's happening. So, do we need to create more? Yeah, I think we need to create more pipes. In order to clear more of the liquid. That's an interesting mechanic. So we want to build the longest pipes we can. So actually, yeah. I don't want to do this because that just creates one pipe when I could create 3 or 4 instead. To place this wherever the longest total length of pipes happens. Can I make 4 at once? No, okay, it's limited to 3. Going. You do need to have at least 9 of them left at the end in order to win the level. Would it make a difference if we built more down here? I wonder. Not really. Okay, no, we are getting there slowly. Just hope we'll have 9 left. There we go. 16. 16 is more than 9. Apparently it's possible to do it with 23 left though. Good to know. Hi, welcome in. Nice to see you. Where are we off to now? We're climbing the long juicy road. Chutes and bladders. Lovely. Okay, we have a tentacle monster. Oh dear. I'm getting flashbacks to Celeste. Does anything think these guys look a bit like the ones in Celeste? Did you feel that? The ground cracked and opened several fissures leading down below. What's down there? Maybe that's where these pink squid things came from. Yeah, down there is level 5B of Celeste. Whatever they are, they look thirsty. Yeah, new lore. Celeste and World of Goo take place in the same universe. Altibago says, why am I playing these sexy games all of a sudden? What do you mean all of a sudden? Are you saying I don't usually play sexy games? Also, I'm assuming we need to... Ah, yeah, okay, we do need to suck this stuff up because then it gets sent over to there. Oh, I probably could just put this one directly in there and that one directly in there. I didn't really need to... Yeah, look, I want to do both of them because I want to wake up both sets of goo balls. Wait, what's going on? Oh, hang on, I'm doing this wrong. I need to move this thing first. I need to put this thing here so that the goo balls don't all die. Yeah, that was a mistake. Then we need to get over there. Okay. What a nice metal grate. only allows liquid to fall through, and everything else will roll on by. Why don't you jump up and down and test how sturdy it is? Tibago says, there's not been this many tentacles before. Well, there were tentacle monsters in Celeste, and Celeste had the Madeline's hot goth alter ego who was trying to kill her. I thought you liked her, Tibago. Okay, so let's figure out what we're doing. We need to go, yeah, we need to go in here first in order to move this. So, we need to send at least some of it. Tibago says exactly back to back. I suppose some of my other games may be not quite as sexy. Like teeny tiny trains. Unless you really like trains, I suppose. Yeah, there are people out there who really like trains. Yeah, I think what I need to do is this initially, and then I need to move it so that it pushes these guys out. That's what I think I'm doing. So we'll send a bit over there. And then once that ball is dislodged, will it be enough to dislodge the ball? It's taking its time. Come on. Oh, no, that is enough. Okay. Ball has moved. So now we want to put some down this one. We also want to put some down this one. Not sure. We seem to be crossing the streams here. I'm sure you're not supposed to do that. Let's just put you directly there and you directly there. Okay, yeah, we've definitely moved those guys. We just need to make sure we have enough left to move these guys. Yeah, which we do. Okay, that worked then. Now then, are these guys stuck up here or can we bring them? Because you can drag and drop. Actually, is there any spikes on the way down? No, there aren't. Okay. Because if I brought them down this tube, they'd hit the spikes. I think I can just pick up these guys and drop them into this tube. And they will come join us at the bottom. We just need to get to this pipe now. I think. Are they coming? Or are they stuck? Oh, no, I think they already came. Harry says there were tentacles in Core Keeper, or was it just me who encountered them on Friday? Exactly! Also, yeah, Core Keeper has like 50 different types of armour. I'm sure some of them are sexy. LT Vago says, not I personally, but you're only one autocorrect away from being trained sexual. No, I should make this very clear, Tibago. I'm transgender, not transsexual. Not the same thing. Okay, there we go. Yes, I apologize. Sorry, Tibago. If I'm sure there are streamers out there who play these video games with a lot of gratuitous sexuality in them. There's not a lot of overlap between Been a while since my internet stopped working for no reason. Sorry about that. Hopefully stream is back. Refresh if not. So I don't know how much you missed of what I was saying. I was just saying that yeah, there are games out there that have a lot of gratuitous sexuality in them. And then there are puzzle games, and those two categories have very little overlap. Also, the name of this level is Pachinko, if you missed that. So what are we doing? You see that flow of liquid above? It will stop in about 30 seconds. So if you want to use it for something, now is the time. Do I want to use it for something? Okay, let me figure out what I would use it for and then restart the level so I can actually use it. Because these are not goo soaking up goo balls. These are just normal goo balls. Oh, but they do redirect the flow of liquid. Okay. Although, having said that, that's still just squirting it down there. So, where would I want to send this liquid if I could send it somewhere? Oh, onto here to wake up these goo balls. Okay, that makes sense. Right, so I would want to send this here, and then that would wake that up, and I could send that there. And then that would wake them up, and I could build up there, and then I could send that there. And then that would come here, and I could send that there, and hopefully by that point I wouldn't have lost. Okay. So there's a couple new things happening in this game. Because we didn't have liquid physics before, and we didn't have timed levels before. So those are both interesting new mechanics. Hopefully Emma is okay at building fast. Emma is not okay at building fast. Right, that goes down there. Come on. Wakes you up, goes here. Wakes you up, goes here. Wakes you guys up, we start building up. To here. Wait, then what? Wait, no, hang on. How does that help? Because these are all spiky. Was it just to wake this guy up? Yeah, I'm confused. Hang on. Because we can go back through there, but that doesn't do anything. Oh, do we? No, hang on. Do we have to build? No, I don't want to. I don't want to shoot goobles out of this because they just die. Oh, we can build from here. Okay, yeah, it's a bit janky, but we can build from here. Then we could build across to there. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart then. Oh, he's eating a rainbow for some reason. Good luck with that. You go there. You go there. Waking up these guys. Can I just bring them? Okay, good. I can just bring them directly here. Across. Okay, that didn't work. Yeah, the one downside of these time levels is as soon as it doesn't work, you've got to restart, but I suppose that's inevitable. Okay. There. these up. You come up here and go there. I don't know if you're supposed to build up rather than dragging. Just feel like that wouldn't help. There. Right, now you all start going down there again. Because now it's going to go this way. Hopefully we've got enough left. Because we just need to get it across to there. And then, well, yeah. We can rescue these goobles. I guess in theory you could try and rescue... you could try and rescue the ones up here, but I'm not sure because there's spikes in both of those and spikes in both of these. I'm not sure there's any way to get these ones down. I think these are really the only ones we can rescue. So let's do that. There we go. 22, 23, 24. 25. 27. Oh, no. 28. When these guys pop, do they turn into goo? Yeah, they do turn into goo. Okay. Maybe we can actually get more than 28 here by turning the rest of these into liquid and bringing them down. Might cause this to spit out another. Why is the stuff dripping down the middle? That shouldn't be happening. I guess this isn't a perfect seal. Yeah, let's send these guys down this way. Oh, actually... yeah, because I can't move them. I should have sent... That was a mistake. I should have kept some of them so that I could bring all these guys. Do I have an undo? I don't have any undos in this level. Oh well. It's possible to do a lot better than 33, but we did 33. 144. Okay, that's embarrassing. I'm going to see if I can get closer to 144. Because that's silly. Okay, go. And then you there, you there, and then I'm immediately going to put you back going down this way. And bring you up. I messed that up. It doesn't help that I keep accidentally scrolling the screen instead of moving the goobles. Hello Ren, welcome in. Thank you so much for redeeming your flower today, which is a celery-leaved buttercup. We are playing World of Goo 2 today. A bit like World of Goo, but they've added fluid physics and timed levels we're currently grappling with. Yeah, this is just slightly awkward, the way that this keeps breaking. How do I support that so it doesn't break? Because I can't brace it here because it's all spikes. I obviously managed it once. LT Bago says, I can't really say I've played many games with actual gratuitous sexy scenes in them. GTA maybe. It depends on whether you count tentacles, I suppose. Ren says, taking a break from massive yard work. Ah, well, good luck with your yard work. But in the meantime, I hope this provides a suitable distraction. those guys up. Not here. No, see, it keeps the Googles keep popping before I've managed to get the bridge established. Is that gonna hold? No. How do I do this? How did I do it before? Tricky. Maybe I need to leave this pointing over here for the moment. We have this fully built. Yeah, it's not well supported is the problem. Want to do this. We need this to not all collapse horribly under the weight. Maybe it's okay. Right, and did I leave enough have I got enough down here to actually join this up now? That's the other important thing. Okay, I have. Yeah, these guys all need to come with us, otherwise we're not actually beating the level. Oh, and forgot to do this. Okay, I just lost a few Googles there by not doing that. That was a mistake. Emma, how are you so bad at this? There we go. Right, now we just need to wait for all these guys to come and hope this thing doesn't collapse under its own weight. Oh, also, yeah, they need to come over this way. Have I not left enough? Might not have left enough. Can I actually bring these guys through if I'm careful? No, I can't. Okay. Don't need you anymore. I wanted to try and bring these guys through, but that's not working. Can I fire this? Okay, I can fire that into those hogs. Probably works. Right, yeah, there we go. I mean, I'm going to get more than 33. I don't think I'm going to get enough for the flag, because that was like 100 and something. But I'm going to get more than 33. $115. Okay, there's still a few more. They would make their way up, please. 125. 127. 130. 131. Are we going to get one more? 132. LT Bago says, I've got an interesting gift sub to a channel I've never been to. These are not Lana emotes. They look very much like Lana emotes. Pandemonium. Okay. I guess Lana bought a pre-made pack for her panda emotes, which makes sense. I think Ophelia's otters are pre-made as well. Interesting to see someone else using them. Yeah, this is Lana's panda hug. But then Lana does have her own emotes, which are not her own custom emotes, which are not pandas. Like this one, for example, which is definitely unique to Lana. Okay, well we got 132. Good to know that there are other panda-themed streamers out there, for sure. How close were we to the target? 132. Oh, 144. Yeah, we still weren't particularly close. I think I'll give up there. Okay. We have a choice now between Sloppy Walker and Chainhead. It was just funny. It was a random gift sub, nothing with emo packs. Yeah. Well, you must have at least watched that channel before. Or do they just give out gift subs to people who've never even watched? That's weird. Oh well. Congratulations on being randomly selected among all Twitch viewers then, if it's not a channel you've been to. Even at these very high elevations, seismic activity seems to have affected the landscape. You'll never get up there to the pipe like this. You'll need to go away for a while and return, having changed. Ganger says, got 2 recently from channels I've 100% never been to. Interesting. I don't think I ever have. Maybe I just don't spend long enough on Twitch, but I don't think I've ever been gifted a sub to a channel I've never been to. I've been gifted subs to channels I don't go to very much. These creatures don't just launch goo balls. They also seem to slurp up liquid goo and compress it back into living goo balls. Fascinating. I think we figured that out on the previous level. That's how we got 130 instead of only 30. So, are we taking this liquid goo down here, turning it back into living goo, and then taking it to the pipe? That what's happening? Might be what's happening. So if we drop it in here, it will get shredded up. Come through here, drop out of there, land on here. We'll then be able to point this cannon at this. Then we can hopefully bring this all the way around up here and into the pipe. That could... I'm glad there's all these signs to show us where to go. What crazy weather we're having. Watch out for downdrafts. Right, well, first things first, need to move this. We need to move it, preferably, we need to move it to the right, not to the left. It also seems to be leaking, which isn't good. Please come this way. How do I make it come this way? I can't use these balloons yet, they're asleep. Ah, there we go, that's moving. Okay. Oops, hope I didn't need those balloons for anything. So that's going to come out there. We need to aim this cannon to there. Try and catch as many of these as possible. Okay, are we going to get one more? Or is that done? One more. Any more? There's still some goo stuck in the pipe. Very slowly dripping out. Oh, we did get one more. Okay, that's probably all we're going to get now. So I think we need to repeat the process in this direction. Please come this way. Or don't. Okay, I think it's going now. There we go. Need to go this way. The pipe. Who's there? Made it. 36. That seems like a pretty good score. Not sure how we could have got much more than that. 30. Okay, 38. So we could have squeezed out 2 more apparently if we were really careful. Well, never mind. Time for Chainhead. Okay, it's the return of our friends, the green goo balls. So we saw these in the previous game. You can attach them to something, but then you can detach them again. Let me restart because I just killed 2 goo balls with that. Most of the land in this area looks like it's been washed away, eroded over time. All that's left is this ancient monument. How are you doing, monument? How's your head? There is no reply. Well... pipe is up there. So, if we start building... I guess this whole thing is going to turn round. Going to present a problem for us. Because that. Somehow we need to try and reach that. Maybe we just need to build in every possible direction until one of them takes us where we want to be. It could maybe stay still for a moment, that would be nice. Ooh, ooh, quick. Okay, we got there. Now there is a little trick we can pull, if this still works from the last game. Yeah, which is, the suction force from the pipe is strong enough to hold up 2 of these guys. And then we can just, with these green goo balls where you can disassemble them, we can just disassemble the whole thing and feed it in 1 ball at a time. Thereby saving everyone. It is a bit tedious though. I'm going to do it, because why not? Hopefully we might actually get a flag on this one. Hello Sarah with stars, who says, hello best Emma, you are the salvation of the goo. Well that remains to be seen, but welcome in Sarah. Yes, we're continuing. I don't know if you saw my playthrough of the original World of Goo, which was last week and the week before. But this is the sequel, which came out in August this year. It seems to be more of the same, with a couple of new game mechanics, which is fine. I enjoyed the first one. There we go. And then this poor guy, you have to have at least 2 to activate the pipe. So this poor guy is going to be stuck here on his own. But never mind. We did get the flag for getting us the maximum possible balls, so that's good. Let me do a shout out to our good friend Sarah with Stars, who is Best Sarah. Awesome streamer. Recently found out she wrote and performed the music she uses on her Be Right Back screen, not on her stream. So she's one-upped me there for sure, because although I wrote my own start music, I didn't perform it, but she did. She sang it herself. Sarah says, enjoyed it very much. I hope this sequel lives up to the original. Yes, some of the reviews don't seem too pleased with it because it's just the same as the first one, but I don't think it's... First of all, I enjoyed the first one, so I think it's fine to have more of the same, especially after 16 years. But they have added new game mechanics. They didn't have the fluid thing before, so that's new. It's not literally just the same. Squiddy's Bog. Okay. This about... some sleeping goobles. Ah! Look, T-Bago, it's a giant tentacle monster. Sarah says, thank you for the kind words as ever, and shouty. No problem, Sarah. You deserve it. So yeah, this is actually a callback to a level in the original game, which was called Somebody's Bog, I can't remember. And the gimmick was you had to build a bridge using the balloons to support it. And there was a frog here instead of the tentacle monster. But this sort of has a twist on that, because it looks like we've got to support this liquid as well as just building a bridge. Now, do we want to get it up here or up there? I think maybe we just need to get it to here. Yeah, and then we use this balloon to get up here and then there, I think. Maybe. I think we only need to get to the bottom one, but we'll see. Oh wow, we have a raid. Hello Muse, thank you so much for raiding with your party of 15 viewers. Welcome in everybody. Hope you had a great stream, Muse. Do let us know what you were streaming and whether it was successful. For anybody raiding in for the first time, welcome. My name is Emma. I'm here every Friday, Saturday and Sunday, starting around 7:30 PM UK time. That's around 2:30 PM Eastern for the Americans. I mostly play puzzle games, and today we are playing World of Goo 2, a physics-based puzzle game, a slightly quirky one. It is, as its name suggests, a sequel to the original World of Goo, which came out 16 years ago, but this game only came out in August, so they waited a while to release a sequel. But it's good. I enjoyed the first game's goo-based puzzles, and it looks like we're getting more of the same now. Welcome in to Muse, who says, hands up, this is a raid. And thank you so much for that follow as well. I do have anonymous follows on, but you are most welcome here. I assume you came in with the raid. Muse, if you need to head off somewhere, no problem. That is fine by me. Let me just check what you were playing today. Assuming it's going to tell me. Yes, you were doing Red Dead Redemption 2. I was dropping in. I did drop by earlier, but I wanted to check you were doing it the whole time, which you were. Hope Red Dead Redemption 2 is going well. We have a few community members who've been playing that game recently, including Lana the Panda, whose playthrough I have also been lurking in. Don't know, Muse, if you've been punching any horses. We like to mock Lana for accidentally punching the horse instead of feeding it, I think, a few times. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption is an amazing game, and I'm happy to recommend anybody who's playing it because it's so much fun to watch. So do go check out Muse's playthrough of that. Muse says, I do have to run. Yeah, I went a bit over time. It's a great game if open world RPGs are your jam. Yeah, I mean, but even if they aren't, I think it's quite fun to watch. I mean, there's playing these games and there's watching these games, and I think they appeal to different people. Accidentally, says Harry. And Muse says, sorry, my mic. Muse says that sounds like a Lana thing to do. It does sound like a Lana. I hope she's not lurking. It does sound like a Lana thing to do. Yes, thank you once again for bringing your viewers here. I'm very, very grateful. Okay, we are getting close to this. Did we read this sign? Oh, we didn't read this sign. What a beautiful animal. This must be one of those responsible new sustainability initiatives. There's lots of goo over there, and almost no goo over here. So this mechanism appears to correct that inequity. There we go, Tibago. You're not the only one that thinks the tentacle monster is beautiful. Muse says, alright, have a great night everyone and thank you for the warm welcome. No problem, Muse. I am always happy to promote my stream of friends. Don't pop that balloon. This is a delicate act now. Between building too high and building too low. That is too low for sure. Don't want it to go too high either. We are very, very close now. Maybe if I move this balloon? If I can just avoid having balloons where the saws are, that might be sufficient to avoid it. Oh. Is tricky. Okay, surely that's enough to make it now. Yes, okay, good. Right, we've woken up these guys. That was the first step. I know, Harry, it's nerve-wracking, isn't it? I think we have infinite of this goo coming out of this creature somehow. So yeah, that's woken up these guys, so now we can probably... okay. One balloon is not enough. I need to bring some balloon. Yeah? Actually, yeah, there are more goo balls coming. Maybe we should wait for some more to come. In which case... should I try to connect it to that or not? I'm not sure. I suppose actually we could... yeah, if I just try and avoid having any balloons next to where those saws are going to be. Then we can maybe bring these ones to the end and then that would go high. Careful. We might actually be able to make it to this top platform, I'm not sure. Problem is it's sort of uphill now. The goo isn't going to flow uphill. We've certainly got plenty down there. Okay, I think all the goo balls that are going to come here have come here. So let's send that up. Fine. That's the 10 we need. I would quite like to try and get these ones as well if I can. see if we can do anything about this. I suppose actually we can use this balloon again. The problem is we've got this like reservoir of goo here now. Which we perhaps need to empty out before this will move. Well, I applaud this game for having accurate physics, at least. Is this going to move now? Please? Oh, no, it's going to fill full of goo again. Maybe if I put some balloons here, I can stop goo from actually coming through. Thereby solve the issue. Oh no, I don't want it to suddenly go up really high and hit the those silver blades. Okay, that is going up. But it's not going up enough. And I probably can't... Yeah, okay, I can't take this... Well, actually, I could take this balloon off. Because we can always put it back later. So I actually have one more balloon available. Not that that helps. Okay, what was I going to do here? I was going to try like this. And then a bunch of these. It's sort of working how I wanted. Yeah, now there's no more goo flowing down here. This is still going to be too heavy to lift up though. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to abandon trying to get those last ones. Sorry. We got our 10. What's the most you can get? 29. Okay, yeah, it must be possible to get up the top. Ode to the Conduit Connector. That title is also a callback to the previous game, I think. In fact, the music is a callback to the music from the level in the previous game that was called Ode to the Bridge Builder. That's nice. This was one of my favourite pieces of music from the original game. As the moon rose over the last of the hills, one of the goo balls seemed to wonder if anyone would remember they were here. It wrote its name in the sand just to be sure. This rock formation Looks like a man mopping the skyline. Gleaming floors extend infinitely towards the horizon. That does in fact look like a guy mopping, yes, I agree. And the tree is a mop. How lovely. So, what are we doing? We are building over to here. I am painting these signs. But I am not the sign painter. Aha! We find out more about the lore of the game. The sign painter did in fact retire. But surely, if you're painting the signs, does that not make you the new sign painter? Like, is that not how that works? Anyway, I think this is just a bridge building exercise. Let's go. Oops. I mean, in theory, I guess we could just build straight to the pipe, but I feel like these guys over here must be useful for something. So I'm going to head over there. Oops. One thing I noticed about this game is they have fixed the time bugs now. I did have a bit of a complaint in the previous game that the time bugs didn't rewind far enough to actually save you from whatever error you made that made you want to rewind. In the new game they do. They rewind further. So that's good progress. To place a ball here, I need to, yeah, exactly when that line shows up. Place it. Oops, no, we've read this sign already. I was just trying to build the... Matcha Catcher said this music sounded like a national anthem. Not quite sure where it's the national anthem of. Actually, with good timing, I might be able to... There we go. Okay. We've made it across. Now we need to wake these guys up. Now, can I do my trick from the first level where I, like... try and wake these guys up by throwing goobles at them? Okay. No, it doesn't look like these ones are going to move quite so easily. Okay, fine, we'll build over there the slow way. Hello! So, where is this cannon pointed? Ah, can we actually reach the... Ah, I was hoping we might be able to fire them directly into the pipe, but maybe not. I ought to connect these. And then... I don't know, it seems like we should just build to the pipe, so I'm not really sure what the cannon is for. Am I missing something in this level? No, I don't think I am. Oh, actually, yeah, there is some goo over here. So we could potentially use these guys. Do this. I wonder how that interacts with the black area though. Yeah, see, it doesn't flow into the black area. So if you wanted to get it over to this cannon, you would have to build with the white goo all the way across the thing. I'm not sure if that's what you're supposed to do. I might try it anyway just for fun, because we're here to have fun, right? Hopefully the bridge can hold this. Little pipeline that we're creating. There we go. That is indeed going to generate goo balls. They're not quite going to hit the pipe though, so we still need to build to the pipe. Also, actually, probably worth spending like 2 extra goo balls to get the rest of this goo, because it will equate to more than 2 more balls generated. Let's try and reach the pipe. Doesn't really matter what we use for this. There we go. $46, $47, $48, $49, $50. There's a tiny bit left in the bottom. We didn't quite build low enough. Oh well. We got enough. 64, 65. Are we going to get one more here? Oh, hang on. There's another bit coming. Can we get 67? No. Okay then. 66. How many did it want us to get? Oh, 77. Okay, there was a much better way of doing that we apparently missed. Never mind. Engler. Looks like we might be approaching the end of chapter 1 here. Ooh. What is this? It sounds like we're having a party. I don't know what kind of parties you get invited to, but the sort of parties that I go to don't involve giant fish hooks, my sign painting friend. I think I'll pick some flowers myself. Are we celebrating how great you're doing? Are we celebrating World of Goo organisation meeting its quarterly growth targets? Are we celebrating how sustainable and responsible we've given the appearance of becoming? Whatever it is, as the last of the goo balls dangled high over the ocean, they sensed that there was something down there. Something enormous. I wonder what would happen if you were to lower that hook down a little closer. Enjoy the party! Oh no, it's not going to be another giant tentacle monster, is it? Oh, I think it is. Tibago! We're going fishing for a giant tentacle monster. During a party, because of course that's what you do during parties. Okay, yeah, there's a goo cane here. So we can... apologies if this is a bit difficult to see for my viewers. We are very much playing in the dark here. Just lowering this fish hook with the aid of these goo balls. It's a little awkward to pick the ones that aren't currently part of the chain. They'd be the ones we want to move. There we go. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, there's a there's a goo ball stuck on the hook at the bottom. Not sure how that happened. Surely this is close enough. Yes, it is close enough. A distant observer. Okay. Uh-oh. It shoots fire! $100,000 years later. 100,000 light years away. It's the sign painter.
A distant observer looked as far as the telescope could see. Very, very far away. And for just a moment. A tiny speck in the distance glowed a little bit brighter.
End of chapter 1. Tower opens in the east. Chapter 2. A distant signal. Oh, there we go, El Tibago. Giant fire-breathing tentacle monsters. What more could you want? Yeah, it doesn't look like this game has a World of Goo Corporation to go to build a tower out of. A mini game from the previous one. It does look like it has 5 chapters though, so there's plenty of content. It was beautiful, says Tibago. Okay, well we're going to dive straight into chapter 2 here. Looks like we're going to be spending at least 2 streams, possibly 3 on this game. All to a distant signal. Okay. Yelly school? What a viscous creature. I I saw one of these before, when I was just a kid. I poked it with a stick. Is it alive? I don't know if it's alive or not, and I'm afraid to find out. I mean, its eyes are moving, so I guess it is alive. Right, looks like the only thing we can do is balloon this out of the way. So let's balloon that out of the way. Where are you going? Ah. Okay. Looks surprisingly unconcerned with being split in half there. Although that's nothing compared to what's about to happen. Okay. Right, looks like we might be doing some actual building now. We need to get down here to this cannon. Yeah, need to set this to go over there as well. Okay, it's going to wake you guys up. I think we just built the pipe then. Okay. I don't think there's any way we can save this guy, unfortunately. Oh, hang on, no. We can actually bring him round the side of the map. You are saved! We can also save these guys, I think. Ooh, 43... 40... Oops. 44. 45. 46. I think that really is everyone. Okay, apparently it's possible to do better. Not sure how. $54, okay. I have no idea how you save 8 extra balls in that level, but I'll take 46. Jelly's Jingly Journey. No, Jiggly Journey. Jelly's Jiggly Journey. Yes, it's you again. The best kind of jelly is jelly with 3 eyes. For miles around, people reported bridges of goo suspended across dangerous ravines. For 15 years, nobody had seen a single goo ball. And now they're back. Where have they been? What are they building towards? There's something about this island. There's something about this world. I think we're about to find out. This pipe has some sort of a filter attached. It seems to indicate it will only accept freshly squeezed goo balls. Freshly squeezed? To get those, someone would have to pulverize something. Something big and plump and juicy. Yow. It's a long way down. It's all sharp rocks and sharks down there. The goo balls seem to be looking up. Up, up, up. It's up there anyway. Well, more levels, I guess, since we're at the bottom of the map. But yeah, pipe is there. So if I just release this guy now, he's going to fall down here and drop off the bottom of the map. So that's no good. We probably want to direct it into here to pulverize it. But we have to we have to have somewhere to point this before we do that. So let's think. I think the first thing we should do is wake up these guys. I think I can just build. Oops, that was wrong. I think I can just build down to wake up those guys. Please stop accidentally killing everyone. Emma, would be nice. Okay, you guys are awake. That is good. Then I think we want to build a bridge of some sort across here. That. Then I think we want to detach this, but I want to be careful detaching this because we do eventually need to build up to this pipe. So we do still need to have a way up. Let me build a way up on this side. I think now I can detach these guys. And still need to... Okay, looks like about there is the best we can do with the tongue cannon. So we need something here to catch the goo balls that it shoots. Okay, that should be far enough. Yeah. Okay, let's build to the pipe and also drop that down. Where's the pipe? Up there. Let's see if we can make it to the pipe with what we have left. A bit unstable. Actually, yeah, no, we only need we just need a line here. We can remove these ones. That's enough. Ooh. We're going a bit droopy here. Brace it on here and then build to the pipe. Hopefully this is going how I wanted it to. Oh no, we're missing a bunch of them. Hang on, that's no good. Rewind. Where's the time rewindy button? There it is. Ah. Damn it, we can't rewind time far enough. Or maybe we can. Oh, not quite. Hang on. Quick. 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 Oh, okay, that should be long enough. Oh, also you haven't actually fallen down. Right, let's solve one problem at a time here. Let's start by trying to build to the pipe. Redeem's coming. I would quite like to reuse some of these pieces. Do something like that. We are still not at the pipe.
C. Holly, C. Ringo, C. Erangium Maritime and
Ooh,
Hash.
we have a botany redeem. I hear the names of plants being spoken, which can only mean one thing. Botany is being redeemed. This is not working at all. Might have to rip it up and start again. Altibago says, I'm not 100% sure we haven't already done this one. I really should have kept a list. Don't worry, Tibago. It's absolutely not necessary for you to worry about that sort of thing. You don't have to be the one who redeems it every week, but I appreciate when you do. Oh, damn it, we were close. Okay, we can maybe steal some of these. Come on. No. What else can we steal? Oh, I suppose we've still got to persuade this thing to go into the pipe as well. There we go. Okay. We have our tube ready. We need to try and move you if we can, because you're kind of stuck here now. Hello. you wouldn't mind, please go into the... No. Oh god. Don't tell me I'm going to have to restart the level because this guy isn't actually... No, okay. Never mind. We're going to have to restart the level. That's a shame. We should take a break first, probably. So high down for a moment because we have a stretch request. Stretch. Ow. We turn this music down a little bit while we do our routine. We commit to stretching on this channel. One thing we do is commit to stretching. There we go. Okay, so El Tibago has requested sea holly. We've definitely done some coastal plants before. I don't recall if we've done that specific one though. Let's look it up. Let's see here. No, I don't think we've done this one. I don't remember. Don't remember bringing up these photos before. So let me see what the best one is going to be. I want a wild one because there's a garden version of this, which is rather more striking than the wild one. But I'd rather be accurate to what you're going to see in the wild, rather than mislead you with the garish colours of the garden ones. This is a good picture. So it has these sharp, bristly leaves, very much like holly. And it has these bluish flowers. The garden one has very, very blue flowers. Maybe I'll bring a photo of the garden one for comparison. Look how blue the flowers are on that. So that's an example of how it can look, but this is how it's going to look in the wild. El Tibago says, at least if I make a list at some point, the consistency of the redeemers should make it easier. Well, yes, if you wanted to find out all of them, you just have to skip 2 hours into the stream every time. But don't worry about that. I'll probably know if we've done it before. Let's look it up in the book. El Tibago says, I think the wild one is pretty. The leaves are a nice shade. Yes, I agree. The botanical term would be glaucous, which is a word meaning greyish green, which appears in quite a few plant names, such as glaucous sedge, which has leaves that colour. Let's see what the book has to say. Eryngium maritimum. which is... it is in the book. So, as the name sea holly suggests, this is a plant that grows on the coast. A glaucous, the book agrees with me, a glaucous spiny-leaved perennial herb confined to coastal habitats, occurring mainly on incipient and mobile sand dunes and occasionally on shingle, often a little above the high tide mark. This species disappeared from most of its sites in northeastern England and eastern Scotland before 1930 for reasons which are unclear. There have evidently been further declines since then, and some surviving populations are quite small. But in recent decades its distribution seems fairly stable and some new sites have been found. So it is found throughout the coast of England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland. However, there are no sites remaining in northeastern Scotland and very few in northeastern England. If the book doesn't know why, then there's not much chance of me figuring out why. The good news is it is found pretty much everywhere else, it looks like. It's not significantly under threat because if one particular site, obviously with coastal habitats, there's all sorts of developments that can happen on the coast that can, for example, building a new nuclear power station, which is what Somerset is currently doing with its coast over here. That's not going to affect the distribution of sea holly because there isn't any to begin with. But it looks like the main places you get it in England are going to be down here in Devon and Cornwall, a little bit along the south coast, lots in East Anglia and around Skegness. And then just a couple of records and then one random record near Edinburgh. And then you see all of these other records that are these white coloured squares. Those are all records from before 1930. So, yeah, it definitely used to be in northern Scotland on the east coast, but it isn't anymore. And this area has not particularly been subject to overdevelopment. I mean, there are towns and villages here, and there is industry at the coast and so on, but yeah, not obvious why it's not there. Still to be found in western Scotland, on the islands. Plentiful around northwestern England and North Wales. So LT Bago no doubt will have seen it. He lives somewhere in this area. West coast of Wales and pretty much all the way around Ireland, it looks like. Some of the more remote parts of Ireland are a little under-recorded, so it could well be in these... where it looks like there's gaps, it could well be there as well. The only remaining sites in North Somerset are around Weston-super-Mare, here on the coast. This little peninsula here, Breen Down, that has a lot of rare plants on it and is a nature reserve. And these bits here, to some extent, this one is mostly built on now. It's almost entirely urbanised, so not so much. There's still a few bits up there. But yeah, this is all western. But this is a protected nature reserve, which is good. Seems like the only sea holly is there, which is sewage works or some sort of industrial plant. But maybe there's more around this bit of coast and it's just not been recorded. I seem to recall public access to this area is not particularly good. Like, if you want to get to Breen Down, you have to like walk all the way down and then across and then up. but it's a while since I've been there. Not something I'm going to find in my typical botanical outings, since I don't tend to go near the coast. There we go. I need to start making more trips to the coast, because there's quite a lot of plants that are unique to dunes and shorelines and such coastal habitats. Eltibago says is mentioned in Shakespeare's Henry IV under the name Snow Eringos or Eringos. Okay, interesting. I can see why you might put the word snow in there. It is quite a pale colour. That implies it was present in the UK many centuries ago when Henry IV was written. But it is a native plant, so that is expected. Altibago says, "Let the sky rain potatoes, let it thunder to the tune of Greensleeves, ale-kissing comfits and snow eringos, let there come a tempest of provocation." Well, if it ever starts raining potatoes, I know who to call. Thank you for that contribution, Altibago. So there is a related species called blue eringo, which is, I guess that's the same common name. So the Latin name Eryngium obviously comes from the same place as eringo, but there is a non-native species in the same family called blue eringo, which does actually have eringo as its common name still, versus the sea holly, which is called sea holly nowadays. Sounds like it used to be called eringo as well. Hello, Dragon Girl _89 and your raiding party of 9 viewers. So good to see you. I hope you are well. I hope you had a successful stream. Do let us know what you were playing and whether it was a success. Mods, if you wouldn't mind doing a shout out for Dragon Girl _89, awesome streamer. I have had a ton of fun with her over the years, playing many different games, including Core Keeper. We have our own Core Keeper playthrough right now going on Fridays, but many years ago when it was still in early access, I did play that with Dragon. I've also played Factorio, Satisfactory, Eco, Craft the World, and many other games with her. She does like that sort of survival crafting game, and she's always inviting viewers to play as well. You were playing Eco. Yes, it's a while since I've played Eco, and there have been quite a few updates to the game. The game is still in development. They're still releasing regular updates with new content, which is great. I haven't streamed it. It's one of those. It's a crafting game with a sort of a focus on realism. If you imagine Minecraft, but you can't just dig up a bunch of dirt blocks and shove them into a chest and forget about them. Like if you dig up one block of dirt, you've got to put it down somewhere else. It's that sort of realism, and then you build all this fancy machinery for manufacturing stuff. It's a really, like, if you like survival crafting games, it's sort of, in my opinion, the pinnacle of that sort of game. But it requires a lot of time investment, and the way the game works, each player can only specialise in a certain number of skills, so you need teamwork and you need a bunch of people together playing on the server to complete the objectives. And so it would be difficult for me to stream, and I just don't have the time anymore with work to play it off stream. But I'm glad to hear you, and I think Helena as well is also doing the Eco playthrough, so I'm glad to hear that you're having a great time with that, Dragon. Hatcher says, hello raiders. Yes, if anybody is raiding for the first time, hello, my name is Emma. I mostly play puzzle games. I'm here every Friday, Saturday and Sunday starting at 7:30 UK time. You joined us in the middle of our botany segment. We're currently learning about sea holly, which is the plant you see on screen. When I'm not playing video games on the internet, I am a botanist in real life, and I like to celebrate that with my viewers. If any of my regulars have not yet checked out DragonGirl_89, you really have no excuse. I keep talking about how amazing she is, and you need to go there now. Anyway, I think we're probably done with our redeem, so I'll put the books back. Thank you, Dragon, for redeeming Scentless Mayweed as your flower of the day. If you need to head off to bed after your raid, that is no problem. Thank you once again for joining us. We are playing World of Goo 2. After we completed World of Goo 1 last week, we are continuing with the next installment again, and we actually played this level already before the botany segment, but we screwed up and did it wrong, so we're going to do it again now and try not to do it wrong. Dragon says, have a nice stream, good night. Good night, Dragon. Thank you once again for bringing your viewers to my humble abode. I hope to see you again soon. I'm going to start by building over to this platform. And I'm going to try to get to the pipe immediately before we drop down, because I think I've got a bit of a better support if I do it that way. Then if I can just, if I can just leave like a chain like this going up to the pipe, that would be ideal. Okay, I think that works. And we can start dropping down to these guys. There we go, now they're awake. Sort of support this a bit better if I can. There we go. So now I need to build a bridge across here, and I need to make sure the bridge is actually sloped, because last time the big goo ball got stuck on my bridge because I did it wrong, didn't slope it enough. So this looks pretty sloped, and then I drop that there. That might not work actually. It might be might get stuck. Just want to make sure it doesn't get stuck. Any bits we can borrow. Hopefully that's enough of a curve that it doesn't get stuck. So now we just need to deconstruct this bit. Sure it can still make it up there. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, no, hang on. I haven't built the bottom bit yet, that's the problem. Please rewind. Where's the time bug gone? Yeah. I need to build a bit here to catch the goo balls that come out of this thing. See, I've got enough pieces that I can do that at the same time as everything else. I think the one I built last time just wasn't quite big enough, so I'm going to build it extra big this time. Just to make sure. There we go. Surely that's long enough. Right. Let's try that again. Are you stuck again? Seriously? Why is this not connected here? Oh, okay, never mind. If I rewind time, apparently it works. Okay, now I need to make sure, yeah, I need these to hit and not fall off the bottom. Tibago says, step goo, I'm stuck. Yeah, none of that, please. And hopefully these guys can make it to the pipe. Yes, they can. Okay. We did the level. 26, 28, 29. Gonna be all. Yeah, and we can't put the green ones in because it mentioned that there's a filter that prevents the green ones from going in. Oh, there's one more. I'll just make sure that that is actually true. If I try and put you in. Yeah, okay. So we managed 30. Apparently that's not the most possible, which seems odd. Because we put the whole black goo ball in. 33 is apparently possible. I have no idea how. But we'll take 30. Growing up is the next level. Ooh, bouncy pink goo with eyes. That's creepy, but also new. A new species of goo ball. They have a faint aroma of glass. Disgusting. If you think they're horrible now, just wait until you get them wet. I don't know, T-Bag is probably glad because the tentacle monster is back. So, pipe up there. Some goo here, and our friends the green goo balls. Now I can't actually move these pink ones. That's a pre-built structure. I can't use these black ones. I can aim this. The only other thing I can do is move these green ones. So I will do that. Okay, that's going to do that. It grows when you fill it with goo. Interesting. Not sure what to make of that. Let's bring these green guys round as well. In fact, we might need one of these guys. Oops. You keep doing that. Might need one of these guys at the top just to actually, yeah, get there. Now then, yeah, you're not actually going to squirt out goo balls, are you? You're just going to keep doing this. So, but we can presumably put these guys in as well. Yeah, there we go. Right, we finally saved the maximum number of goo balls on one of these levels. 9. I'm curious how you do it in less than 7 moves. 3 or fewer moves? Really? How would you do this in 3 moves? Oh, actually thinking about it, yeah, I think I see how. So move 1 would be that. Move 2 would be that. And move 3 would be that. I think that's how you do it in 3 moves. So we might as well get the flag for that as well. But yes, I'm sure Tibago and Harry are looking at this game with the the big pink pointy thing that expands and when it gets wet, and they're probably smirking right now. There we go. There's probably a time. Yeah, okay. I'm not good at doing this game fast, so we'll forget that one. We got a grey flag at least. Okay, we're going around the loop here. We have transmission lines or bridge to grow where? Let's start with transmission lines. Okay, this reminds me of a level from the first game. We have... Yes, we have goo on top of a wire with some balloons. We did do a level quite like this in the first game. But we just had to roll the goo along to a hole, and then this time we actually have to build up to a pipe all the way up here. Hello Cassie, welcome in. Hope you're having a great weekend. Join us on chapter 2 of World of Goo 2. Has been offering us some fun physics-based puzzles, although I have to say the last level was a bit sus. Cassie says, hi, I hope you're having a good time. I am having a good time, thank you. Best Cassie, hope you're well. Antennas and satellite dishes across the island are pointed up towards the sky. What are they listening for? If you're really quiet... Do you hear something? No. By the way, apologies for the flickering lights once again. It should just be this one level. Although I said that last time, so it should just be these 2 levels, I guess. There's a strong wind blowing. Something must be coming. Cassie says it loses the pun if you pronounce it like that. Well, I'm sorry. I apologise for ruining the pun. Okay, we have a cannon over here. Right, I think I see what's going on. We need to get the goo in here, and then it goes through there and goes through there and comes out there. And then we shoot it over here. And hopefully it falls back onto this line, and then we can build up to the pipe. Sure, that sounds plausible. So the first thing we have to do is manipulate this wire to move goo along. To make sure it... we need to not do that. If it falls off, we fail. We need to rewind. Rewind. Why is it dropping down so low? 2 balloons should be enough. Apparently they're not. Make it 3. Cassie, thank you for redeeming your flower of the day, which is nipplewort. Cassie says, oh dear, well I need to get that frozen off. So, yeah, nipplewort, not quite sure where it got its name, but apparently the plant has a soothing effect. So, I don't know if that goes some way towards providing an explanation. I'm not an expert on the medicinal uses of plants. I'm only an expert on how to identify them and where they grow. I keep accidentally failing this level. I really need to not do that. But yes, don't worry, the plant is completely harmless. Even if you start grinding up the leaves and rubbing them on your skin, it's apparently soothing. But it's actually a fairly common weed around here with small yellow flowers. And it does have a funny name. There's also a plant called navelwort. The name of that one is a bit more directly obvious. It just looks like your belly button. Hang on, I might be bringing this too far that way now. A bit of a delicate balancing act, this. We're trying to get it over here where this arrow is. I think this level was a bit easier in the first game, where it was a cohesive lump of goo and not this liquid. The liquids are new in this game, but I do appreciate the extra challenge that they add. No, don't do that. Right, I reckon we are about there now, if I balance this correctly. Maybe one more just to be on the safe side. I did not mean to place that there. Okay, there we go. We managed to, apart from one drop, we managed to get it all in. And then we quickly need to make sure this cannon is not. Rewind again. I was clicking on that cannon and nothing happened, so maybe that cannon isn't adjustable. If so, that's awkward because we'll need to quickly reposition the wire to get up here. Hello, Izzy the Penguin. Welcome in. Hello, Best Penguin. Thank you for redeeming your flower of the day. Izzy's flower of the day is Bath asparagus. Quite a few people are getting Bath asparagus at the moment. The reason for that, by the way, is I've just recently added a bunch of new flowers because certain people, such as LT Baggo and Harry, had actually redeemed every single flower in my list. So I had to come up with some new flowers. But, that's fine. There are over 1,200 native species in Britain and Ireland, so I'm going to have to do a lot of streams before I run out of flowers for you to redeem altogether. Cassie says, that's not how I cook my asparagus. Indeed. It's not referring to Bath, the thing you fill with water, it's referring to the city of Bath. Located just about 5 miles from my house, so I know a lot about Bath asparagus because I do have my passport, but still, yeah. So Bath asparagus is a wild plant growing in the UK, but it's only found in a couple of areas, and the main area it's found is the hills surrounding the city of Bath. It was in like the 19th century. It was actually collected and eaten as a vegetable, which is perhaps why it's so rare nowadays. But fortunately, there is still quite a bit of it around where I live. It looks much like asparagus. It has a big stalk with a flower on top. Apparently it doesn't actually taste that good, so I don't know why they were picking that rather than just growing normal asparagus, but there we go. But yes, there is another common name which is used elsewhere in the world by people who don't live near the city of Bath, which is Spiked Star of Bethlehem. It's part of a family of plants called Star of Bethlehem, which I think refers to the flowers because it has these big six-pointed star-shaped flowers. But I call it Bath asparagus, and people around here call it that. Eltibago says, mostly cooked that way by women who tend to run baths that are hot enough to cook it and don't listen to Emma's lies. I also tend to run baths that are probably hot enough to cook vegetables, but I assure you, we've actually had it, oops, sorry, not the mic, we've actually had it on our botany segment, so I have shown the distribution map, and it does include Bath. It's very much one of the plants that I'm an expert on because it grows specifically in my area. Anyway, World of Goo, which we were playing, we've now got a whole bunch of goo balls on our line, but we need to get them into this pipe. And I can't just raise this line up with balloons because there's a pole here that it's attached to. So I think what I need to do is start another line, branching off of this one, and use the balloons to bring it up to the pipe. Oh, did I? Oh, that was just wondering how close I can get to the pipe with what I have in order to reduce the amount of extra I need to build and therefore maximise the number of goo balls I can get in the pipe. That's actually quite close. That's probably 3 or 4. Does this make it closer or does this make it further away? Because as I add balloons, this node goes higher, but the other one goes lower. Like, this is now weighing it down quite a bit. I think that's actually no closer. So I'll probably just go from here. I was hoping I could build this way, but possibly not. I suppose there's wind, isn't there? Yeah, the wind is blowing from left to right on the screen. It's going to be annoying. Maybe I need to start from back here somewhere. Yeah, let's start from like here. See what we can do. In which case, I need my balloons back. Aim to do that. Grab the balloon. How are we doing? That might actually end up being too steep. It's awkward. No, actually, no, I think we're going to be about right with this. Just lift this up a bit more, maybe. Throw some more of these balloons. Can we get this end to touch the pipe? The right combination of balloons. Yes, we can. Okay. We made it. We need at least 20, which we have. LT Bago says, I honestly don't remember the last time I had a bath. I can recommend it, T-Bago. I just shower like day to day to keep myself clean, but I find having a nice long soak in a hot bath is really beneficial to my mental health as well as physical health, especially in the winter. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. If you have access to a bath, of course. But yeah, as a method of actually washing yourself, it's inferior to a shower in pretty much every way. Izzy says I don't have a bath, it sucks. Yeah, that's I guess you can go to a spa or something instead, but it's a bit expensive. Anyway, bath asparagus has nothing to do with baths. It's named after the city of Bath. Which, to be fair, LT Bago probably doesn't remember the last time he went to the city of Bath either. There are baths in Bath. There are Roman baths, or there are the ruined remains of Roman baths, and then there are some Victorian baths, which the Victorians built on top of the Roman ruins, and then called them the Roman baths. They're only about 150 years old. Because the Victorians did that sort of thing. And then there's also there's like a modern spa thing called Aquasuris, which is supposed to be the spiritual successor to the Victorian baths, because you can't actually bathe in them anymore because they're full of poisonous green algae and brain-eating amoebas and other such things. El Tibago says, I'm not sure I've been to the southwest. Well, Tibago, my friend, you are missing out. You are missing out on many things. You are missing out on hearing everybody talk like a pirate. You are you are missing out on overpriced cider and cheese directed at tourists. You are missing out on some very spectacular scenery. I will say that. Maybe not quite as spectacular as elsewhere in the country, but I'm quite fond of it as a local. You're missing out on terrible traffic on the A303. I'm not really selling this very well, am I? Tibago, one day you should come and stay with me here for a bit, and come in the summer and I will take you to see the botany, and we can do some botany together, and you can also see the scenery while we do it. We can go and visit Cheddar Gorge and that sort of thing. Especially if you've never been to the southwest before, Tibago, I think you should come and visit me one day. Cassie says, so how long have you been working for the Visit Southwest England campaign? Honestly, go to Devon and Cornwall. Somerset is very much the thing you drive through on the M5 on your way to Devon and Cornwall. They're much more geared up for tourists. And to be honest, more worth visiting. But still very much count as the Southwest. The specific area of the southwest I live in is not a tourist area at all. People go to Cheddar Gorge and people go to the coast. There used to be a tradition of Brummies going to Weston-super-Mare for the summer, to the extent that there's quite a lot of them living there now. Yeah, this is going back to the days when there were like factory holidays and the whole place would be off for 2 weeks and everyone would go down to the seaside together, which is going back a few decades now, I think. Yeah, the area I'm in, and I'm not doxing myself by saying where that is, but it's inland in Somerset, is not a tourist area at all. There's not a lot of reason to come here, unless, of course, you want to see Emma. If you want to see Emma, then you should come here. Cassie says, the best thing about Somerset is hearing people say Somerset in that accent, or trying it yourself. This is the thing, I can't really do the West Country accent. Which is embarrassing. I should be able to do it because I live here and I grew up around people who talked that way. But I don't talk that way. I talk sort of generic Southern English, I think. I was more influenced by how my parents spoke and how I heard people on the TV speak than how people around me spoke, I think. And my parents aren't from this area, they're from elsewhere in the UK. So I've ended up talking like this, so there we go. Izzy says one day I will go to the southwest. You should, Izzy, you should. And again, if you want to come and visit me, Izzy, you are more than welcome. It'd be so good to see you. Best penguin. El Tibago says, oh, I've lied. I have been very close to Emerald. Okay. Well, that's good to hear. Yes, Izzy, you should come and I will show you the botanical delights of Somerset. By which I mean I'll take you to a field and make you look at flowers. I hope you're sorry. If I should clarify my statement, you are all very welcome to come and visit Emma, but you will be stood in the middle of a field and made to look at flowers. They will be pretty flowers, and I'll explain which flowers they are. But there will be looking at flowers involved. Unless you come in the winter, in which case there won't be looking at flowers involved. El Tibago says, I'm quite familiar with a particular field in Shepton Mallet. Interesting. Is that the Glastonbury Festival then? Because that's not actually in Shepton Mallet, but it's not far from Shepton Mallet. I mean, that's that's what most people know that area of Somerset for is the Glastonbury Festival, which is actually not particularly close to Glastonbury. It's just Glastonbury has this like mystical status as like a spiritual place, which is why it's been named that. The place that it's actually next to is a small village called Pilton. But the nearest town is Shepton Mallet. Glastonbury is actually like about 6 miles away. Okay, so yeah, but your experience then of Somerset was probably just driving through traffic on the A37 to get to the festival and then driving back again. So you perhaps haven't seen it at its best. There are a few days of the year where I basically have to tell myself, right, I'm not going to drive that way from my house. I'm only going to drive that way from my house, because if I drive that way from my house, there's going to be traffic. But fortunately, everything is that way that I need. Cassie says, oh, and I've technically visited Bristol, but it was during semi-lockdown. I didn't see much except for an interview room. Yeah, I mean, Bristol has interesting attractions because it's a big city. It's a city big enough that it's going to have interesting things. It has the SS Great Britain, an old ship. It has the old dockyards. It has the Clifton Suspension Bridge. It's got interesting shops and restaurants, and as big cities do. It's not a place I'm particularly fond of, I think, just because my experience of it is mostly traffic. And also, I really, really don't like big cities. Doubly so since COVID, but even before then, I don't like big cities. So I don't really go there. I don't. I avoid going to big places as much as I possibly can. I don't feel safe there as a trans person. I don't feel safe in large crowds of people. I don't like noise. So yeah, it's There's no particular reason to come here just for that, I think. Cassie says I'm very much a city person. Cassie is the opposite of me, it turns out. Maybe I would be more of a city person if I'd grown up in a city. I mean, I like the idea of having everything you want easily accessible on your doorstep and being able to use public transport, which, where I live, public transport is effectively non-existent. I like those ideas. I just don't like noise and crowds, and air pollution and other such things. Altibago says, I will figure out how to get down south at some point. It's probably going to be an interesting National Express adventure, though. Yeah, rail tickets are a bit pricey nowadays. It would be lovely to see you, though, Altibago. Cassie says, I grew up in the outskirts of London, so I got used to it. Yeah, that makes sense. Emma is just, well, autistic, I guess. It's where the not liking noise and crowds come from. Like, I literally, if there's more than like one person talking to me at once, my brain literally shuts down and I can't focus. If you put me in a crowded room full of people talking, I cannot process that information and my brain shuts down and I can't function. So you can imagine putting me in the middle of a busy shopping centre and expecting me to do anything is awkward. So why would I go anywhere with a population more than about 2,000? But then I'm very much weird, and I fully appreciate that normal people are not like that. Normal people like doing things with other people. Altibago says, I went to London once, that was enough. Yeah, I have also been to London, and it is not an experience I wish to repeat. Easy says, honestly, I miss the proper countryside. Living where I do sometime in a field sounds amazing. I mean, yeah, I suppose maybe there are parks you can get to, Izzy. I don't know how. I'm not going to dox where you live either, but you might be within travel distance of nice wildflowers, maybe. It depends what travel options you have, I suppose, as well. As he says, there's plenty of national park, but getting there is so reliant on car travel. Yeah, I can see that. I suppose the problem is, I'm fairly unique, I suppose, as a botanist, in that I will happily make a day out of going to a field in the middle of nowhere and looking at plants, which is not something the average person would be doing. Like, I wouldn't need to go to a national park to feel like I'd had a nice day out, but I fully appreciate that other people are not in that position. I can quite often be seen parking in a lay-by somewhere and then walking along a road verge, engrossed in the botany that's growing there. To the point that several people I know have seen, I was driving along this road and I saw you walking along the side of it. Is everything okay? And it's like, yes, I was just looking at plants. There's no cause for alarm. I realise that there's no reason anybody would ever walk along that road normally. Unless perhaps their car had broken down or something. But I was just looking at plants. But yeah, being reliant on car travel is difficult. I am 100% reliable on car travel because, as I say, I live in a small village in a rural area and there are barely any bus services here, and there's certainly no other forms of transport. We had a railway station. It closed in 1968. Yeah, short of getting a taxi, or it's like I could cycle, but this is a very hilly area. So whilst I can and do cycle, that definitely limits you to journeys of about 20 miles. Any more than that, you're going to regret it. So, getting to somewhere like Bristol, cycling is not an option unless you want to make like 2 days of it. So, yeah, it's I'm very much on board with the fact that over-reliance on cars is bad, and roads are bad, and traffic is bad, and climate change caused by vehicle emissions is bad, and public transport is good. You're preaching to the choir on that. I'm very much on board with that idea. But I personally am dependent on a car, and the environment around me makes that necessary. And to be honest, even if I lived in a city, but again, my situation is quite unique. If it was just for a commute or something, that would be one thing. As a botanist, I frequently need to get to very specific places in the middle of nowhere at very specific times. And there's no bus service to field on the Mendip Hills. It would not make economic sense for there to be a bus service there, even if there was no private car ownership. So this is just one thing that's not going to change. Sometimes I really need to go and look at a particular field, and you need a car for that, which is unfortunate. Cassie says, where I grew up, there were about 5 national rail stations all about a mile away. Yes, Cassie, but you grew up in London. There was this little thing in the 1960s in the UK called the Beeching Axe, which was where the British government made a report on the situation with the railways, and they were all losing money horribly, or at least most of them were. And the government had decided at that point that car transport was the future. It was building a bunch of motorways, investing heavily in road transport and the expansion of the road network. And it closed down almost all the local branch lines, so we went from having one of the best rail networks in the country to having no rail network in most of the country, apart from the major cities. The southeast was certainly Greater London was spared this and still has good rail transport options because probably because the government all live in the southeast. But yeah, we had many rail lines in Somerset connecting all the little villages, and I get that the railways were unprofitable and they should probably have been mothballed at the very least, but what they shouldn't have done was close them down, take the track up, and sell the land off to private owners, because now we're in a situation where we quite like to, for example, build traffic-free cycle tracks. We managed to get one built on the Radstock to Frome line, because that actually survived the Beeching Axe, because it was still being used for coal mining, and there was an engine repair workshop in Radstock. So that line actually didn't close till the late 80s. So yeah, there's now a nice gradual, smooth incline cycle track with this strip of tarmac where the railway used to be. Imagine if we could do that across the whole country and all these little local branch lines that were lost. We might actually have a usable cycle network, but we don't, because the land is owned by hundreds of different private landowners. They're currently trying to reconstruct a cycle track along the old Strawberry line, so between Cheddar and Shepton Mallet. And they can't. There's so many landowners, and some of them are just flat against selling it, or they hate cyclists and are not going to permit them onto their land. Forgetting that, within living memory, they had steam trains coming across that same land. But there we go. El Tibago says, don't get me even started on anything north of Birmingham. In terms of, government priorities for development, certainly, yeah. The further north you go in England, the less the government cares about you. And then you cross the border to Scotland, and the government starts caring more, because the Scottish have a devolved parliament, and the English don't. It's the slightly weird politics of this country, that we have devolved parliaments for England, Wales, and sometimes Northern Ireland, when the Northern Irish Assembly actually manages to form a government. But we have no devolved parliament for the regions of England, despite them being just as big and having just as many people as Wales. That's all ruled from London. Sorry, we were playing a game at some point, weren't we? And I got completely distracted and started waffling to my viewers. I'm going to have to end the stream early today, so this might actually be a good place to do it. We are 3 hours in. And I think I've talked to you all a bunch, but yeah. To summarise the conversation, I'm more than happy for you all to come and visit me if you're able. I'm happy to talk to anyone privately on Discord who wants to come visit and see pretty flowers with me. But it would have to be ideally in the spring or summer, so that there are actually pretty flowers to see and that the weather is okay. But you would have to. If people can get a train or a coach or whatever to Bristol or Bath, then I can pick people up from there because I have a car. Or even fly, depending on where you live. Bristol Airport is within driving distance from me. Altibago says, but that doesn't mean if you go to Wales they care about you, because the Welsh really don't want to leave the UK. That's right. Yeah, people have talked about Scottish independence, which could potentially happen. Well, Wales is never going to be independent, and Northern Ireland, it would be a case of unification with the Republic of Ireland, which. I mean, the issue there is not anything on the UK side of things. It's that there are some people living there who would very much like to unify with Ireland, and there are some people living there who would very much not like to. And those two sides are probably not going to reconcile their differences anytime soon. And that's all I'll say on that matter. I'm probably going to end the stream now. Sorry. Apologies for anyone who was expecting more World of Goo gameplay. We will pick up Chapter 2 next week. It looks like there are 5 chapters, so we've probably got at least 2 more streams, maybe even 3 if I'm as slow as I was today. Yeah, do join me. So next Friday is going to be Core Keeper. Core Keeper, I am playing with viewers right now. I open up my server, so if anyone owns the game and would like to join me next Friday, you are more than welcome. Saturday will be probably the last stream of Celeste. There are some more strawberries I would like to get. Possibly also the blue hearts that I don't have. I can look up how to get those if I can't figure it out. I don't think I'm going to be trying the remaining B-sides. I had a quick look at Chapter 6 B-side, and I think that it actually is beyond me. And it only gets harder from there. So we will be leaving Celeste at roughly 50% completion, which sounds low, but it really, it's a platformer for people who like hard platformers. It's just not me. But I'm very, very glad I played it. And then back here, same time, same place next week, we'll be continuing with World of Goo 2. I'm going to look for somebody to raid now. If anyone has suggestions for raid targets, do let me know. Let's see who is on. Lana is still live with Elden Ring, so we could go there. Who else? Look, since I am finishing a little earlier, there might be other people on who aren't usually. How does Shania have 800 viewers? Wow, she averages like 30. Snail Simulator Dev is on, but yeah, I think we'll go to Lana today. Good to go to the CCC Anomaly members. We are good friends with them all. Debago says Nia Strega if you want somebody new. I will go to Lana, but I will make a note of that person, just so that I them in future. There we go. Yeah, we'll go to Lana today. If you are not already following Alana the Panda, then do. She is Best Panda, and she has been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 recently. And a ton of fun, but she plays many other things. Alana the Panda, including Elden Ring, which she's playing now. She has a lot of interactivity on her stream. You can change her voice, you can do sound alerts and stuff. Really, really cozy. If you subscribe, she does a little sticker in a sticker book to commemorate your sub, and other such cute things. If you would like to leave a message in a chat when we raid in, I encourage everybody to do so. It really helps promote my channel. If you're subscribed, here's a message you can copy, and if you're not subscribed, then I always do dancing dinosaurs. Let's see if there's any other emotes I can use. This is a animated global emote, isn't it? So let's do that. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, here is a message you can copy. Feel free to substitute your own emotes if you prefer either message. Thank you to Dragon Girl for the raid, Muse for the raid, and to everyone who followed today. And yeah, I'll be back next Friday, but until then, thank you all for watching, and bye for now.